Okay, guys, welcome in, welcome in. It's Avatar Origins. We're here today with a tall earthbender as well as Avatar Rico. And we are here also with our special guest, Slogokonnor. Slogokonnor is a fan of the Avatar universe, and they are here for our first ever fan interview. Slogokonnor, welcome. You want to introduce yourself?
Pleasure to do it, mate. My name is Slogokonnor. I am a fan artist and amateur fanfic writer. I've recently joined the Avatar fandom since last year, uh, and I mainly dedicate myself to write crossover stories as well as doing paleo art with another infamous cartoon, the Netflix show Hilda.
Fascinating, fascinating. So our first question for you is like, how did you get into Avatar? How did it all start?
Well, it all started with a sort of like small message sent in like a friend's chat of like the final fight. Basically, the moment where Aang regains his avatar spirit via a little pebble on the back. Um, and I was sort of impressed as the animation. I was like, how did we go here? So, as every average fan will do, I decided to immerse into the show by immediately looking at the Wikipedia page instead of watching the show.
You kind of gave yourself a little bit of a spoiler there, huh?
It's kind of what I do. I just read. It's basically read first, interpret later, and set myself some expectations for whatever I watch.
Now, if you could bend any element, what would it be and why?
It's sort of a questionable decision. For one thing, every single bending style, as I've seen far in the show and to an extent the comics, has a bit of like a rigid discipline or nature flow to it. But I'm sort of debating between like bending fire just because flame go boom boom, or just be a non-bender.
Okay.
What would skew you to be a non-bender versus a firebender?
Everyday life.
Okay.
I didn't even think about that. Like, we're living completely different lives than the folks in the Avatar universe.
If I'm being honest, maybe waterbender could be an option, but just because in case you accidentally sneeze or just drop water into your sketchbook, so you can like just pour it up and throw it away.
We each have something that drew us in. So, what drew you in?
Initially, I was a bit skeptical of the intro because usually modern intros just have like the little melodic song and all that jazz.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned the intro of the show. During the intro, Katara is speaking, and she tells the story of how her spoke with them about the story of the Avatar. But when the show first starts, Slogo, there are four elements mentioned. Do you happen to know the order of the mentioned elements?
Water, earth, fire, air.
Duh.
Duh. It's so
Okay, I'm just
easy
getting
to
started.
listen. That
Yeah,
question
just
is
get
fairly
started.
easy, especially with the immense lag spike you had in the middle of the question.
I know you talked about some arts and fan fiction that you write, and you do a lot of art for the fandom. Are there any other ways that you engage in the Avatar fandom?
Interacting with this fandom has left me in a bit of a pickle because I do have like a bit of a group where I joined, but that group is certainly gonna ruffle some feathers
How
Yes.
so?
because the group I joined is a ship group.
A ship
Oh,
group,
is it as in like the
as
shipping
in
wars?
like
Yeah,
Zutara
shipping,
and
shipping. Yeah,
tell
that
us
one,
more.
Sutara, basically.
Tell us more about this ship. I'm a ship gal. Come on. Yeah. I want to hear. I want to hear the ship.
I mean, what can it be said already? From what I've seen, it's mainly just trying to pair Sukon Kataris. Is all just as simple. It's just trying to have a little bit of fun with Fanon, after all.
Who do you ship?
Okay. Besides Sukon Katara, there's also the canon boys, which I dub Sokka and Suki.
Okay. Okay.
And I feel like that's pretty much it.
Zutara, Sokka, and Suki.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, wait. Hold on. You mean like all four together? No. We ain't. No.
Kim is a Zutara fan. That's why.
I
I can respect the Sokka
Okay.
and Suki. I can respect that. I'm a Zutara person, so you know.
I was about to say,
What do you have to say, a tall earthbender?
You know exactly what I'm going to say. Y'all can ship Zutara all you want to, but we all know the truth, right, Rico? It's Katang. I've said it once. I said it before. I even made a video about it. Katang.
that's good enough for
All
me.
everything else is wishful thinking and dreaming. Wake up.
and
Wake up,
listen,
Kim.
listen. I know it's dreaming, and there's nothing wrong with dreaming after all.
No.
Thank you, Slogokonnor. Thank you.
After
There's
all,
nothing wrong with dreaming. That's right.
I'm
So
just gonna
keep
say
dreaming.
this. The funny part about this is that literally, when I started watching, and I obviously read that Catan was like the end ship. It kind of seemed funny that literally, I was like the first thing I envisioned Katara watching as Aang like on Froze was the bald head instead of his face. That's the thing that made her fall in love.
No, I'm with you,
Oh my
Slogokonnor. We can dream. A tall earthbender. We can dream.
In Peru, like, do you guys have comic conventions that go on, or?
I have personally never attended one. It's mainly because of like one, I have no costume, so why bother?
You can always go to these types of events, even dressed as a civilian. And many people do that because they just go.
Many people.
So, my next question for you, Slogokonnor, if you could change one thing about the show, what would it be?
This may sound spicy, but how about we actually make one or two main characters die in the final battle?
Ooh.
Ooh, who if you were the writer for this series, who are those one or two people who are going to die?
Well, it's all about elements in it. So maybe we need to get those two non-benders out of the way.
Oh.
Are you talking about Sokka and Suki?
Yep.
Ooh. Wow.
Like I was gonna do like maybe change Toph and Suki's positions.
What makes you say that?
Hey,
So well, you asked if I could change something.
I
I'm
know,
trying to
this is
come
great.
with something
Yeah.
up because honestly, I have nothing.
This is
Well,
true.
I would
This is true.
I would love to hear your take on this.
Yeah, this is a
Right,
great
so-
question. You know, you've
Good-
had some
that's
really,
good.
it's spicy
Good
answers.
response. Yeah.
Well, if I'm being honest, the whole thing is like, well, you know, two people just love each other so much and they don't want to see each other go. So they're like, if we can't get out of this, we may as well just go out together.
All right.
Yeah, I honestly cannot endure another relationship dying because of one character dying.
What's your favorite theory in Avatar universe?
Maybe it's also popular is the whole Ty Lee is airbending descendant or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's sort of a popular one. I see it popping up in the subreddits every now and then, I think, and maybe a couple talks.
Yeah.
But besides that, I'm not much of a theorist. What I do kind of indulge into is the fauna or the creatures of the universe. As someone who likes animals mainly, and obviously draws a lot of like paleo art, kind of wishes me they could expand just a bit more. Kind of like a nature documentary, basically, where you can see just the animals doing their own daily things, like hunt, eat, sleep, interact with each other. Thinking more as in like a David Attenborough documentary.
I'm curious to know what's your major in college?
Mechanical engineering.
This has been a crazy video.
Honestly, this was actually really good. Thank you so much, Slogokonnor, for joining us. It was.
It's
a
okay.
pleasure.
Can I say a little parting words I was gonna say?
Yes, absolutely.
Of course.
You can find me as Slogokonnor99 on Discord if you want to talk to me, but please just don't do it randomly. Just like try to call me, talk to me on Twitter, which is also Slogokonnor99. If you want to find me on Instagram, it's the same except it's with an E at the end, so Slogokonnor99. And you can find my works in Archive of Our Own. If you want to read my work on ATLA, it's you can search it up as The Last Maximal, a story mixed between Avatar: The Last Airbender and Beast Wars Transformers.
Yeah.
All right. So that concludes our interview with Slogokonnor. Thank you so much, Slogokonnor, for joining us today. If you want to be interviewed, let us know. Avatar
just remember that.
Origins. See you guys later.
Keep on bending.
Keep on
Keep
bending.
on bending.